Welcome back to the Passive Vibes podcast, where we get cozy, kick it back, and talk facts. But that's for you to judge.
We got an intro.
Was that how you like that?
That was cool.
You like that?
That was nice.
Because
cool
it's like,
intro,
I
bro.
can't be like, oh, we talk facts because it's our own opinion.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, but that's for you to judge.
There you go, bro. That could even be like a little podcast description.
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. Because like, that's one of the most annoying things with filling in descriptions for Instagram, for example.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's your channel or what's your page about? And I'm just like, I don't know, record gameplays, record podcasts. But no, I didn't think about that. But yeah, I just wrote that. Yeah, right after I worked out today, and I was about to take a shower, and I'm like, oh my God, it kind of just clicked in my head, and I was like, oh shit, maybe that can work.
It's the best time to write, bro. You're enlightened. Right after a good workout.
I guess.
You're active. You feel good. Your mind's functioning right, and it just flows. I think that's a nice little description right there.
I hope it stays like that. Sorry, I was holding in a sneeze. Allergies. 100% allergies. But yeah, hopefully that sticks. Or, like I said in the previous episode, it's not something I'll probably say every single time. But I do like it, so I might keep it. But, yeah, welcome back. This is episode 5.
Cinco.
Still in lockdown, but whatever. It's your host, J-Rod. And, yeah, so who do we have on the mic today?
What's up, people? It's your boy, Sunny Sky. Hope you guys are all doing great out there on this lovely day.
Oh, it is nice out. It's windy as shit, though.
Very much so.
Yeah, but that's typical spring weather. It's windy as always. Yeah, so what did I want to open up with? Yeah, I definitely wanted to open up with, and I think everyone already knows this or has the same thought, that Alexa listens to you.
Now, you're talking about the Alexa Amazon,
like the Echo.
The module.
So I have like a module.
What do you even call those?
It's an
things,
Echo.
really?
It's called an Echo.
What are they classified
Echo
under?
Dot.
What are they classified under? Just like portable speakers? Home?
A home audio device. I don't know, dude. I'm almost in the same spot as you of what to describe it as. But anyway, I've become more and more convinced that she listens to me. And yes, I'm saying she because the name is Alexa. But it was fucking weird that I'm watching YouTube and yeah, it was YouTube. I'm watching YouTube and I just get home from grocery shopping and my main stop is Aldi. I always go to Aldi, and then if I can't find something minuscule, I'll, go to like a ShopRite or something like that. But Aldi's my main stop. Shout out Aldi. Sponsor me, please. Always go to Aldi. And when I got back and started and unpacked everything and turned on YouTube, I've never seen an Aldi commercial until like a week ago. And it was the weirdest shit. And I'm just like, did I ever say the word Aldi? I know that I don't search Aldi because it's like only weirdos, look up like, oh, what does Aldi sell? Like, what the fuck? It's a grocery store. Just go there and find what you need. But it was so strange. I'm like, yo, I think I might have said it or something to somebody. And then now with my Alexa being like hooked up to Google and shit, my Alexa's probably listening to me right now. It's fucking creepy. But yeah, all I see is Aldi commercials. I know that I've never searched them.
Has this happened with anything else, or this was?
Oh, this used to happen with me at my previous job. I used to work at this. I'm not gonna say the name, but I used to work at this multi-channel marketing agency. Excuse me, and I did a lot of work for pharmaceutical companies, and I swear, I would be on my laptop all day at work, Googling whatever, but I feel like that shit followed me home. Because whenever I would watch Hulu, I would get the commercial, like the 30-second break commercials for all of the pharmaceutical clients that I did work for. I was like, this shit is never going to, leave me alone. Like, I have to go home to this shit. and I was already miserable there. So that was one thing that I know for a fact that, like, everyone knows that it's real. Like, whatever you Google,
Yeah,
it's going to be
cookies.
Yeah, cookies are going to be, looked at and then just applied to whatever you search or whatever you're consuming on the internet. It's fucking annoying. But yeah, that happened to me a lot with that. So weirdly, that's actually died down. I don't see too many of those like pharmaceutical commercials. But now on YouTube, yeah, I see Aldi commercials. And I mean, it's in relation to what's going on with, like, the Aldi community, is trying to help and do as much as they can with the pandemic. But yeah, I hate it, but I also love it because I work in that field. So I mean, it's whatever. It sucks because I know the reality of it. Like, it's never gonna go away. There's always gonna be tracking. I mean, there's ways that you can get around it, but
it's probably only gonna get worse, to be honest.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, that's what, like, with the whole, like, Alexas and Google Homes and Siris, like, oh yeah, they're listening all the time, and it fucking creeped me out. It creeped me out last week. I was just like, dude, I just got back from Aldi, never seen this Aldi commercial before, and all of a sudden I see Aldi commercials. That's all I see. Well, that, and then I see Amazon commercials, and that's because I'm on Amazon. But
maybe that's the universe speaking to you, bro. It might not even be Alexa. That might be a higher power. That might be the universe just sending out some type of energy or message to you that might not have an exact meaning or connotation right now, but in the grand scheme of things, they're so probably trying to really send you a message right now.
What message?
I'm
to
not
buy
sure.
More?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm not the universe. I'm the galaxy. Actually, I'm Sunny Sky.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you? No, you're fucking up now. That was last week, man.
Look, bro. Once I mention the name, it's with me forever.
No, but no.
Anyway,
episode,
my point.
It changes.
Anyway, my point.
No,
I'm not the universe, bro. But maybe there is. Maybe in the next episode I'll be the universe.
That you can't pre-tell it because then it kind of spoils it.
Yeah, you're right. I won't be the universe.
No, but you should, like, post it on, like, an Instagram story. Like, I am the universe, and that's it. Just see how many looks that gets. Oh my god.
Honestly, bro, if people might think it might be kind of weird. When I was on Snapchat heavy, like back in 2015, I was trying to be a Snapchat comedian, bro. I posted some weird things on there. Some funny things.
You still post weird things.
No, I
don't. No, you don't. Not
definitely
anymore.
Don't. Nah. I haven't used
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
You did.
I haven't used Snapchat in a few years.
Instagram. I'm talking on Instagram.
I didn't really post. I've never really posted weird things on IG.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it right here. The weirdest shit I've ever seen you post on Instagram is that fucking thing where you're doing the Charlie Brown dance.
That's not weird.
Yes, that's fucking creepy.
Bro, that's not creepy, bro.
It is. Your posture. Your posture is so fucked up.
Bro, tell me that dude from Charlie Brown ain't dance like that, bro.
Oh, but it's a weird cartoon character. Seeing a human do it, it's not right. No.
But that was I disagree. I strongly disagree. That wasn't weird.
On our Instagram page, like, when we start posting stuff, I'm gonna fucking repost that on our page.
Bro, I'll repost it. I don't
fine.
care. I think that video is classic, bro.
Sure, why not?
That's not weird. That wasn't weird at all. If you want to see weird, you had to follow me on Snapchat back in 2015. I did some really weird, questionable things on there.
Yeah, I think I was getting rid of it at 2015. Yeah, because Snapchat, it was the funny thing about Snapchat. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I mean, you have something more to say?
No, I'm just saying it's like on there because I always viewed Snapchat as like Instagram has always been like my main source of everything, right? But it's kind of always been ever since I've been on social media. True. It's kind of like at least over the past like 7 years or so.
Yeah,
it's like I saved my good quality posts for IG.
His good content.
Yeah, and then like Snapchat would always get like just the other stuff, like whenever you felt like being random or something like that. And there were people that were entertained by it, and I feel like that's what keeps you going. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you get good feedback.
I wish I was a part of that audience because I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, there was some very funny stuff on there, other weird stuff. I can look back on it and say that it was kind of weird. If you didn't know me, or if you thought you knew me, and then you'd see that, you probably would unfollow me.
Dude, that's how my Instagram is. Like, there are some people at my current job who follow me, and they know that I can be like weird and shit like that. And I'm not a comedian, but like I just say funny shit off the top of my head sometimes. I have weird facial reactions, as everyone knows, as all my friends know. And so I have these coworkers who follow me, and sometimes when I post like weird shit on like my story, like I post stuff that's pretty much like self-deprecating, like I just make fun of myself because that's just my personality. And sometimes like I'll, whenever I look at to see like who viewed it, and I'm just like, oh shit, I wonder what they think right now. Like, oh, this guy's, I see him in like a fucking, a button up shirt, like all proper and, with etiquette and everything. And then he's posting weird close-ups of like his face looking depressed or some shit like that.
You ever see that one meme? It was some, I can't remember what the meme actually was, but I think it was like some SpongeBob meme, and it said like you when you first start working at a job, and it was just like him looking normal, and it's like 2 weeks later when you start getting comfortable and you start showing people your real personality, and it was like something trippy.
Him's wild,
yeah. That's always how it goes, bro. It's like whenever you start a new environment or whatever, you go in, you just quiet, listening or whatever. But then like once you start getting comfortable, you start being more comfortable, you start showing different elements of your personality. And people that you might not even be close to will look at you and be like, yo, there's something wrong with that.
But I feel like that's a part of your environment.
Yeah.
Like that depends on your environment. Because as I said, at my previous job I was 100% unhappy. And they only saw just the upset version of me, where I didn't talk to anybody. I just went in upset, did my work upset, left upset. I mean, the people who I was close with, who I interacted with, they knew my true personality, and they kept me sane to a certain extent. Like they, I would, go to lunch with them. I would do happy hours, whatever. My current job, I feel like, there's still a core group of people who, I'm not trying to say like I'm acting fake towards anyone else. It's just, yes, there are people who I have to be professional in front of, and then there are people who I know I can act a fool and just be dumb. So I feel like it depends on the environment, because like that previous environment where I was just upset all the fucking time, I didn't want to do anything that showcased anything fun about me, because I was just like, this place is depressing. Like, why would I ever want to like be my actual self with people who could give a fuck about me? But here, yes, there are people who actually do care about my well-being. I care about theirs, but there's still a certain extent that I don't go. There's a line that I don't cross with being weird. So it's like if I'm talking to, I deal with like people in sales, so obviously I can't act a fool with someone who's,
right.
I have to be professional.
You gotta adapt to your environment.
And have like perfect etiquette and yada yada yada. But I feel like that definitely, like, showing your true self, it all depends on your work environment and then the people you surround yourself with. And then, I mean, that definitely speaks volumes to Toys R Us. I mean, because that was just a fucking free-for-all for all of us being in our early 20s.
It's so lax.
And not even lax. It's just you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are really good times. And you just knew that you can just wild out pretty much. To a certain extent. I feel like there was, even though it looked like there was no limit to us, like the quote-unquote veterans, there was still a limit that we knew was there. We just showed the other people, like the newcomers, that like, yo, there's no limit. You can do whatever you want.
Bro, you remember the first episode when we were kind of recapping seasons at Toys R Us?
You were? Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I can't remember if you said this on the pod or off air, but you said that that season that we came back in 2012 after the store reopened, how that was just like your favorite season.
Yeah, it's definitely mine.
I was talking to my brother about this yesterday, bro. We were out of control that season.
Yes,
like,
we were.
Like, it was to the point where I could look back and then be like, yo, we were some straight up assholes. Like, we weren't just having fun. Bro. We were straight up taking advantage of the entire situation.
You weren't a part of it, but I was. The setup. Like, how we set up the store.
Yeah.
So, like, it was about a whole month or month and a half where I left the other store that I was temporarily at in Burlington, and I went back to the Cherry Hill store, and we got to set up the store. So we got to meet the new people who were going to work with us. And yeah, for us who were like the people who were coming back, we were doing whatever we wanted. Like, if we didn't want to work a section, we would give it to one of the new people, and then we would go work on a section that we really wanted to do. So whenever I got like assigned like toys, anything in toys, and I don't mind like action figures, dolls or whatever, like, because I knew that shit.
Yeah. I
would just give it to somebody new, and I would go work in the electronics where I wanted to be. That's where I should have been anyway, because that was my primary department. But
I'm talking more so like once the store reopened, bro.
Oh, when it reopened, yeah, we were dickheads.
The thing is too, like, a lot of the managers that they hired, we never worked with before. They were all newer,
and they all didn't last.
Yeah, very
literally
true.
all of them.
But it's kind of like if you have that type of uncertainty, unstableness at the top, and it's like you have people that are either, I'm not gonna call anyone out by name,
don't.
but it's like, man, I don't care. I'm about to call all y'all out right now.
You ain't calling nobody out because they'll call you out. You know they'll call you out. They'll be like, "What the fuck did you say on that?"
Bro, they're definitely not listening to this podcast.
Who?
Tim.
Oh, Timmy. Timmy. What was his name? Timmy? What?
It was Tim. I can't remember his last name.
I can't remember his last name. We called him Timmy.
John Madden.
John Madden.
No football.
You mean not the football announcer?
Yeah,
or
not
football coach?
Yeah.
Yes. There was a guy named John Madden.
Bro, that dude was funny. He was kind of a bully.
He was frat as shit.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
He was as frat as you can get.
Yeah.
Like, he just left fucking, what was it at Rutgers? TKE?
He was in the frat?
Oh, no.
He was actually in the frat?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm kind of depicting him.
I'd always see the TKE hoodies at Rutgers. That was a good way to...
Dude, TKE gave out free condoms. That was funny.
Really?
Yeah, I went to one of their, weren't
you trying to join the frat at one point?
I thought about it.
Did you ever, like, seriously get into...
No,
but you went to the meeting.
It was like a, I forgot what it's called.
Like the information booth?
They call, I think it's called Rush, or no, it might be different. I don't know. It's so how easy because
that's the thing where all the frats have like, their own table.
They're like all vendors.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't know the specific description.
Shout out to Rutgers Camden, by the way.
True. Rutgers in general. Yeah, because I'm not about that lifestyle in any shape or form, but it was just a day where they were, all of the fraternities were at like a booth. And then they would tell you like what they offer, how they could help you in your future and your career choices and yada, yada, yada. But they will also try to entice you with like little giveaways. And I remember TKE, they gave away like condoms that were in like a monster wrapping. So when you...
Monster Energy?
Yeah, Monster Energy. Yeah. So it was like when you looked at the condom, it had like the Monster Energy logo on it. And we're like, what the fuck is this shit coated in Monster Energy or some shit?
Yo, that'd be crazy.
I was like, that's dangerous. But anyway, no, yeah, all those fraternities definitely probably have some upside to them. But yeah, I wasn't about that life. But yeah, anyway, back to the managers.
Yeah, bro, John Madden was that. Yo, he did some funny things.
Yeah.
I was telling my brother the one story. I'll say this on there. I won't mention names for this one.
Yeah.
But me. And I'll say this guy, my man Tom, haven't seen him in a while, but
Persichino,
Big Tom P.
Tom P.
Definitely known as probably the biggest hoodlum in Toys R Us history.
Yeah,
laziest.
And now he's the biggest authority.
Yeah. But I remember we were posted up in the back room because we were in the back of house at the time, and I remember there was a guy working in your section, and he went to the electronics booth.
Mm-hmm.
Now the booth is like its own little
secure
room.
location.
Yeah,
that's
where we had the inventory.
It has a lock and has a camera in it.
So one of the electronics guys goes inside the room, tries to get in the game or whatever. So while he goes up in there, let's just say that this guy wasn't the most outgoing,
He was shelled.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Very to himself, very kind, but just very to himself and didn't want to, impose on anybody.
Yeah. So he goes into the room to get a game. John Madden looks at me and Tom and he's like, yo, guys, watch this. So he walks over to the door.
It's so brutal.
He puts his arm around the door handle.
Flexing.
Yeah, and this dude is, he definitely works out.
He was built.
Yeah, he has some guns on him.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting there quiet. And he's like, shh. So as he's sitting there just like tightfully gripping the door, you just hear the dude, you just see the doorknob start shaking and moving.
That's so sad. It's so sad.
And then he's over here cracking up. And this dude, you could see that he's clearly trying his hardest to just open the door.
And he's probably enjoying it.
And then Madden's just like holding it on the other end, just like laughing, just having a good time. And then me and Tom is like, yo, we were assholes too. We could have stopped it, but we were just sitting there laughing. It was funny. But then this guy, the electronics guy, he's not, like I said, not the most vocal person. So you're not hearing him make a single sound.
Yeah.
Like he's not yelling for help, asking for help. He just walks away, and you know that he had to be in a super awkward situation, bro.
He's probably sad.
Yeah.
He was definitely sad.
So then you don't hear, he walks away probably for like a minute.
Jeez.
Madden even lets go of the door for a second, and then he's like, I wonder what he's doing in there. But he wouldn't let go of the door completely because he's like, he's not out yet, so I'm going to keep holding on to this door. And me and Tom looking at each other like, all right, this is getting to the point where it's not even funny anymore.
It's bullying.
It's just bullying. But we already knew, like, even if we told him something, he wasn't going to stop. But then you'd see the door handle go up again, start shaking and shaking, and he's just holding the door onto the other end. Finally, after a couple minutes, he lets go, and my man walks out with his games, just acting like nothing happened, completely unbothered, which I give him big props for being able to just, like, walk out like that. But you know that internally...
Dude, he probably dealt with that shit. He probably dealt with that.
You know what, bro? I will say this. I feel bad about it now.
Yeah,
like, my current self...
Dickhead.
My current self, I would have said something... This is me in 2020. When I was, just a boy.
So what, 21?
Back in 2012.
Yeah, you're 21.
I definitely thought it was funny, but I definitely feel bad about it now.
You're a little prick.
Bro, I feel everyone would have been in that same situation. Like, I don't know. You know what, though? I'll man up.
You'll man up to it?
I'll man up to it.
Okay.
But it's like, because at the time when he first started doing it, I'm like, yo, this is funny. It's just funny seeing someone actually do this at this age. Like, we're not in high school or college anymore. Yeah. Me and Tom sitting there cracking up. But after a while, it's just like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
This is...
See, it's like,
it's taking it too far.
I feel like in the beginning, like when that guy first started, I definitely tried to protect him. Like, I felt like some sort of like protection. Even though our one guy, our one boy Vance, shout out Vance. Like he would just like everyone was fair game for Vance. It didn't matter. It didn't matter how long you knew this guy.
The thing is though with Vance, like just to, not to cut you off, but like Vance was never a bully, bro.
No, he wasn't.
He was always funny.
It was just like he was pickling.
Yeah, he would mess with you, but he treated everyone equally.
Oh,
It
yeah.
didn't matter. He messed with everybody.
Anyone got it.
Honestly, if you were closer to him, he probably messed with you more.
Yeah, exactly. And I got it all the time.
Yeah,
like, dude, till the end.
As did I.
But yeah, like I felt like even but why I brought up Vance is because like I feel like even he had like a sense of like protection over this guy. Yeah. Because like he did his job and he did it well.
You're talking about the employee or Madden?
No, the employee, the guy who worked in electronics with us. Why I'm saying like why we felt some type of like protection over him to make sure like he was cool because like we understood that he was like a shy guy. He was to himself, but he knew how to do his job and he did his job well. But we would like mess with him. So, and I know that I got messed with in the beginning a lot. So it was kind of like not like an initiation, but like it was just something that like we did to new people. But yeah, like I remember like towards like his second year before like he left, he was starting to dish it back out, and I thought it was funny. He would
really,
yeah, because you didn't work with him. I worked with him. Like so, like when Vance would like
you're
say,
dropping news on me right
dude,
now.
yeah, when Vance would like say like something like, and he was just like throw him some shade real quick. He would do it in his nice guy way, and we would be like, "What did he just say?" He's like, "What?" Like Vance would just be like, "Oh my, did he just say that?" And I'm just like, "Yo." I miss those days of just like the back and forth banter of nothing, like just nothing. Just you just not listen. You just talked about whatever and did your job. You know that even if you did it poorly, it didn't really matter. But I mean, we always kept a standard of like how we performed our jobs. Though.
To the listeners out there too, that whole vibe we were on in 2012, it did eventually drop back down. We didn't stay just wilding out the entire time.
You need to stop saying we, dude. I was an angel.
Hell no.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Bro, neither did I.
Okay.
Look, man. I have like I said, like there would be moments like that where I would just be like, all right, looking back on it now, I'm like, I probably would have definitely said something.
Of course.
But I have never bullied anyone in that store, bro.
I'm kidding. You didn't. I just gave him a look. I'm fucking around.
It's always just been like you said, like fair game, especially amongst, like for me, I never messed around with people until I actually was cool with them. Like, if I saw someone, like, that was new and everything, like, I'm not always the type to just gravitate to someone right away either. Oh, yeah. So, like, normally it'll take me a while to really... I guess I gotta feel your vibe first. But once we were cool, it's like, like you said, it's fair game.
I would right away off the bat. That's how, like, I made it open. That, like, hey, I'm gonna mess around with you just so you know that, like, I'm kind of, like, silly. Like, all the new people, like, cashiers and people on the floor... Yeah, I would always say something wild. And he'd be like, what? And I was like, yeah, whatever.
You were just a character,
yeah, bro. And then, but the thing is, I was kind of like a secret character. Because people would see me in the back working in electronics. And then just be like, oh, he's like some nerd. He doesn't really talk to people. But then when they would see me on the floor, or like messing around with management. They're like, oh, this guy really doesn't give a shit about what he says. Because I'd be at customer service eating candy that I paid for, and
We paid for a lot of candy.
we paid for all the candy, all of the candy. It's on record now.
Too much. We have all the receipts.
Yeah, I don't know why we pay for so much candy, but anyway, I'd be up at customer service eating candy, just sitting there, and it's just like they'd be dealing with returns and ring outs, and I'm just sitting there because like electronics could be dead at the time. But yeah, then people would get the vibe of me of like, oh, he's just like very chill and just nonchalant, and that's exactly what I am. Like there were very few moments where I got upset at that place. I wouldn't even let upset customers get to me. I would laugh at them and then make it worse, obviously, in my favor. But yeah, even upset customers, I would just start laughing and they'd be like, this isn't funny. And I was just like, I'm sorry, this kind of is. Like, you have no idea who I am and you're yelling at me.
I feel like for me, it would be like at least a couple times a year I'd get some really angry customers. Or like I'd get customers I would deal with that really just pissed me off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then it's season. It's usually season. Yeah, right before season or right after season.
Do you remember what your worst customer experience has been? Like at Toys R Us? Because I know I remember mine.
It wasn't. I mean, I could probably think of something worse, but the first thing that comes to mind, the 3DS just came out. So this was like 2011, 2012. No, 2011 because this is before we remodeled the store. The 3DS just came out, and there was like this irate mother with her son came into the electronics section looking to try out a 3DS. We didn't have it on display at the time. We had other shit on display, but we were in the process of putting it out. We had it, but it was just like the vendor didn't come in and set it up yet. So this lady was thinking about buying a 3DS. She was already giving me attitude. I give her this very monotone voice of mine, and I was just letting her know, answering all of her questions. Her son wanted to play it, and I was like, "Oh, we don't have one just yet. We just got ours in. We're waiting for it to be set up. It'll be set up within the next month or so." And she was like, "Well, I'm not gonna purchase it within the next month. I was thinking about buying it now." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, there's a GameStop down the plaza. They have one on display. So I mean, if you wanted to take a trip down there and have your son try it out there, I mean, you can do that as well." I said that politely as I could as a 20-year-old.
She went off.
Oh, dude. She was like, "Excuse me? You're telling me to take my business elsewhere?" And I'm like, "No, I'm telling you to take your son to play the display that they have. Did I say go over there and purchase it? No. If you want to, that's your choice." And then she's just like, "I want to speak to a manager." I'm like, "Dude," I was like, "I want to as well." And then I think I called Ross or something like that. Shout out to Ross. Miss you, man.
Shout out Ross.
He's not dead or anything. He's just gone from the Toys R Us life. But
technically everyone is.
Yeah. Well, not technically because there's 2 stores open. But anyway, yeah. She was like, "I want to speak to a manager." And then I think I called him. I called somebody. And then yeah, she was like, this employee was telling me to go purchase a 3DS elsewhere. And then I was standing right there. I was like, "No, I didn't. I said if you wanted to go test out a display so your son can see how it works, there's a display 50 feet down the plaza once you walk out of the store and he can play it. I never said anything about purchasing it." And then she's just like, "That's pretty much telling me to take my business elsewhere." Well, I was like, "What did you want me to do? We don't have the display here." So you were just going to keep yelling at me the fact that we don't have a display. So that was like the first customer that I like that always shoots to the top of my brain, who was a complete bitch. And I do not care. She was a bitch. She was in a mood that day. Whatever. I don't give a shit. But like the thing is how my mentality works. I don't let people who I have no idea who you are and probably will never meet again in my life, I'm not going to let you make me angry. So I was laughing. Like I had like a smile on my face. She was, "Do you think this is funny?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think this is funny. This is just, it just entertains me." Like,
See, I've had I've had a little. I actually go back and forth with them sometimes. See, like.
Oh, I don't. I just make. See, I think my monotony in my voice, they just see it as like sternness because like I'm not gonna change my demeanor. So it's like, you know, she's arguing with me. But you're telling me? I'm like, no, I wasn't. See, so it's just like...
the difference is, bro, you have like that deep bass in your voice. They hear...
It's not even bass. It's just monotony.
They hear me talking. It's just like, it's a whole...
It's like, what is this fucking cartoon character talking?
Yeah, exactly. my cartoon character ass voice. But like, some customer will come up to me though, and it's like, if they start talking down to me, it's just like, all right, I already know it's about to be on. The only difference is like right now... Like, because I still work retail at Target, right? Right now, you talk to me that type of way, I'm probably going to answer back in that type of way. I know it's like, that's not professional or whatever, but it's a matter of respect. Back then at Toys R Us, especially the early years, I wasn't the same way. I took a lot of shit, bro.
You little pussy.
I remember there was this one dude, I was heated, and I handled this the best way I could, too.
You cry?
Hell no, okay. I ain't cried. This one guy, I remember, it was an older white guy, and he was there with his grandson, I think, and they were in the Lego section. They had a whole like handful of Legos, like probably 7. It wasn't even it was like probably a basket worth. And he started asking me about like the sale price, and I'm just trying to explain to him like, yeah, it's buy one get one 50 off. And I'm trying to tell him which ones are eligible and whatnot.
Yeah.
So then he's like, I want you to scan the price on all of them, and I was like, I'm like, yo, there's a price checker right over there at the end of the aisle. I'm like, come on, I'll walk you to it. So then like. He's over there talking to his grandson like, oh yeah, Charlie, yeah, what? Yeah, you come on, you're gonna get all this. And he like just being like super nice to him. I'm like, all right, this is the price checker right here.
He makes me feel disgusting just hearing about this guy.
And then this guy's, I'm like, you need help with anything else? And he just looks at me dead in the eye. He's like, I asked you to scan these Legos, bro. And I look at him, I'm just like. Hell no! Like what? I know this guy.
You said he's an older white guy, right?
It is.
Like, hey, so I'm gonna make you scan these, you slave.
Bro, that's exactly what he was thinking.
And
I remember I was just like, I'm looking at him. I'm just like, yo, I'm just gonna be the bigger man right now. I picked him up and I started scanning them. But after that, bro.
Oh shit! Wait,
bro, listen.
Wait, he made you scan them,
bro? All right, look, I'm gonna say this.
See, no, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I thought like. They already went through the motion of scanning them.
Nah, bro.
And then you looked at them after like, oh, is there anything else I can help you with? And he's like,
bro.
Nah, you scanning them, son.
He took them to the price checker, and I'm just like, sometimes I'll be in the mood where I want to be a better person. I always want to be a better person. But like, I'm talking about like when you have situations like that and just trying not to pop off. Looking back on that moment, bro, as soon as I finished scanning them, I walked away. He didn't even say thank you, bro. I felt disgusted with myself. I was like, you know what?
That you did that for him?
Yeah, I'm like, I should have gone back and just told him off. Like, yo, I don't know what it is that you're thinking about. I don't know what you think about me. I don't know what's going on through your mind, but you don't do that shit. After that happened, bro, that was the last time I put up with any type of like BS from a guest. But you know, we both had stories like that, just like dealing with different customers and whatnot. Yo, they're definitely, and for people listening out there, retail, it's not a difficult job as far as like what you actually have to do.
Not really.
The difficult part of it comes like with the human interaction of it. People. It's like some people say like, oh man, it can't be that bad. Like
it's not.
If you really,
but it's people.
Yeah,
people make it bad.
Yeah. If you're really in retail long enough, you will see that there really are a bunch of assholes in this world. And not to say that we're perfect, we can be assholes too, but it's just like there's a certain way that someone you've never met before, like when they start popping off at you and just talking to you however which way they want because they have this entitlement, the customer's always right mentality, you know, it can get annoying.
Fuck you.
So if you come in, if I don't know you and you come and disrespect me and talk to me a type of way,
what are you going to do?
I'm going to have to handle it personally. That's it.
You're lucky these things have like a built-in like spit guard.
You know what, bro? We were talking off air. You were telling me I'm a self-aware person.
Oh, yeah, you are. So am I.
I am. I need to apologize to everyone who I ever hang out with.
About
I spit a lot, bro.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I remember when I was younger, my dad used to call me Sylvester the Cat. He's like, you know that cat from Looney Tunes, Sylvester? He's like, no wonder you like him so much, because you both spit when you talk. And Sylvester, I'm like, come on, bro. Sylvester spits like crazy.
See, I feel like
I
I feel like you did that.
I've
Years
always
ago.
done it, bro.
I feel like you done it years ago because I do remember you like spitting on me at work. But I was just ignoring, like, whatever. That's
bro,
just how he talks.
I've done this probably to all of my friends. Yeah. It's never intentional.
No, it's not. It's just
like talk, I get enthusiastic sometimes. I feel like my mouth is a little bit watery.
Like your hands.
No, my hands aren't watery, bro. My hands are. They get sweaty. They get moist.
I'm so glad you admitted that.
I don't know what.
Moist ass hands, bitch.
I remember you'd always say that to me every time we dap up. You like,
yeah. Dude, thank goodness we're not dapping up anymore right now, dude.
I miss dapping up.
I'm gonna keep the wrist bump now, dude.
Hell no, I'm gonna dap up, hug everyone.
Whoa.
Come on, bro.
So there goes your creep level.
The dap up going into the hug.
Your tier 3.
All right, we about to get into that too.
Wait, should we get into it?
You know what? Why not? That was a good transition.
I mean, sure. I mean, this could go into like afterwards, like damn, are we gonna have time for that? Yeah, whatever. Whatever happens, happens.
But
stream of consciousness.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But now, like, just to end off that I need to apologize to all my friends because I do know this. Yeah, I do spit a lot.
You spit on everybody.
Bro, when I filmed my Freestyle Friday videos the other day.
Is there spit everywhere on your camera? On
your
phone?
So normally I always like now.
You have your brother do it, right?
Well, sometimes I do selfie mode. Yeah. Sometimes he'll record it for me. Nah. But like I'll be doing them now that I rap over instrumentals. I do them in my living room. Yeah. Like the instrumental comes from the PS4, and I do it in this one spot in my living room. Sure. But there's more open space, so it's like I don't really notice it that much. But then the last 2 videos I did, I filmed them in my brother's car because he has Bluetooth and everything. True. So I'm sitting there and it's like more enclosed. Yeah. Bro, I'm watching the videos back. All you see is like, as I'm like rapping, you just see spit flying into the camera. I'm just like,
yo, man, that's a real artist. Damn, bro. Man. You know how artists get when they spit into the mic?
I really be spitting with them. Like, yo, spit some bars. I really be spitting out here.
Ha 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 ha. That's not funny. That's just disgusting.
Look, I'm sure that all rappers do it, bro.
No, that's what I just said. I was just like, it's a real artist, man. Yeah. Like, where they go hard into the mic and then you see fucking spit fly off and shit. Yeah. Where they're emphasizing certain
I'm going to
words.
work on containing that, though. But apologies to everyone if I've ever accidentally spit on you while talking.
Sorry if I spit on you.
Yo, it's the worst feeling because I'll be noticing it sometimes. We walk and I just see, like, spit flying.
Damn, you don't say nothing? You acknowledge me.
No. A lot of times I'll be like, yo, sorry. But it's just, I try to
yo, sorry. My bad.
I say it's the point.
Yo, just to think now, like, after this
they probably gonna all look at me a type of way.
Yeah, you better not fucking talk to anybody. Because, like, if your spit goes on anyone, you're probably gonna get backhanded. Like,
oh, you're talking about after the whole...
Yeah, after the lockdown. If you talking to some shorty at the fucking, like, at the bar, and you spit on her, yo, she's gonna kick you in the dick.
All right, okay, hold on. This happens when I'm having extended conversation. It doesn't just happen just like...
Yeah, like I just said, talking to a girl at a bar. That's an extended conversation. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Actually, I don't do that too often, though. I get kind of shy when it comes to that. Those situations.
He needs to be in a very comfortable environment. Like your job. So why are you ranked a tier 3 creep at your previous place of employment?
All right, so...
This story is awesome. Because I've always called him a creep, and now he's going to explain it.
Okay, so I'm not alone in this one.
Everyone's a creep. Yeah. I'm gonna say this outright. Every dude is a creep. I don't care how nice you are.
We're all creeps, bro.
Yeah, we're all disgusting. Yeah. We're all creeps.
All right, so at my old job, shout out Loomis. I could shout him out. That was a great time. Met a lot of dope people there. Some of them are still my good friends to this day. Anyway, I remember at Loomis, it's safe. It's safe to say it. Like you said, everyone's a creep. And in that job.
Oh wait, you're gonna call out the other people who are named creeps?
I'm not gonna call them out by name. I won't call them out by name. Some of them might be listening to them.
Yeah, a couple of them are gonna reach out to you and fuck you up.
But I remember there was this one day where some of the girls in the store, or sorry, not in the store, at the job, took it upon themselves to compile a creep list, and every single dude working was on the list. And I remember everyone was irate as to where their positioning was. Obviously, because it's like...
not a creep.
Yeah, no one wants to be called a creep, bro. So
whatever.
They started setting it in tiers. So, like, a tier 1 creep was like the...
It's the highest you can be.
That was pretty much like the give no fucks type of creep. Yeah. They'd be the dudes that will go up to the different workstations, just openly talk. You know, you could have a girl, you could not have a girl. I'm not here to throw anyone under the bus. But they were placed in a certain type of tier 1. The tier 2s were like the huggers. They'd be
the huggers.
They'd be the huggers. They'd be the I don't know, the lookers. I don't know. They were like in between of like.
I mean, I can't describe it. That was your job.
Yeah, yeah. It was like, it was noticeable, but it wasn't like on a tier 1 level.
If I had to describe it from what you told me earlier, it's noticeable, and it's because like, you're already in a situation where like you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess tier 1 is just like you don't care about anything.
So then I was ranked as a tier 3 creep. I feel like I should have been a tier 4. I don't think I'm a tier 3. I don't think I'm a tier 3, bro.
Dude, the fact that you're just like admitting this is just making my fucking day right now.
Come on, man. Yeah, you yourself are probably a tier 3.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Probably 2.
Tier 2?
If I was to be completely honest with myself, maybe a 1.
A top tier creep?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting it backwards. I'm sorry. Everything I just said. I'm getting the tiers backwards. I'm thinking that like 5 is the highest. I'm getting it backwards.
Tier 5's the lowest.
Yeah, 5's the lowest. I'd be like a 5. A tier 5, primarily because it's like, yeah, I look and all this other shit. And yeah, like I have flirted before and yada, yada, yada. But I feel like that's the most that I do. Like if I am in a situation where like I'm not supposed to be doing that, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to be doing that. But if I'm out, and so this is why I say like, oh, 4 or 5, like if I'm a creep, it's just how, like in my perspective, how dudes work. It's like you see something attractive out and about, you're going to look. Not necessarily you want to like go up and approach her, but like I feel like that's why like I feel like every dude has a creepiness factor. I feel like any dude out and about is gonna look because that's just how we work. Like that's how people work. Fuck.
Here's a debate for you though, right?
Yeah.
Or a topic to throw out there.
So a 5. I'm gonna say I'm a 5 because like I'm always looking.
See, I want to say I'm a 4.
I like looking.
They put me as a tier 3 because I wasn't as outward with it, but I would like strategically find my ways to go to different sections and start up conversations.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're.
No, that's
that's a 3 for sure. Like you're sneaky about being a creep.
But I wasn't in a relationship, bro. So
I'm not saying no. I never said anything about being in a relationship. I'm saying the fact that like, you're being sneaky.
All right, this is what I was gonna ask you though, right?
Yeah.
So, if you're openly outward with your flirting and with your attraction to someone. Do you think that's because, like I said, these were the people that were placed in the tier 1 category for being creeps, as aka the highest level of creep?
Yeah.
Do you think that that's the same, do you think that they deserve to be in that category and like someone who's like extremely quiet and shy about their creepiness, or is that even creepier? So like, for example, if there's a girl over here and you have one dude go up to her just openly flirting, openly like consistently trying, saying whatever to her, and then you have another dude who's attracted to the same girl, but he doesn't really talk to her, but he'll be like just staring at her, looking at her, like.
I love how you're describing yourself.
No, hell no. I'm a tier. Yo, look, I'm not that type. I'm not that type. Well, maybe sometimes.
Yeah, when you're
we all are, bro. Like, everyone has those moments with at least somebody.
Every guy does. Every woman does too.
Yeah. You know what? Girls are not excluded from this. There were girls that made this list, by the way. Yeah. It wasn't just dudes.
Oh, there were girls who were creepy.
They would be going up to girls too, like, "Yo, you're a creep too. I don't know why you're laughing." Yeah. Anyway, though, which one would you say would be creepier? Yeah, like technically, don't you think that the stare who doesn't talk at all is actually being a bigger creep than the outward dude? See, or is it on the same level?
This is a depends. So I mean, it depends in the. So this is my opinion and why I think they differ, or like the tier level will differ. So in your example, the guy who just goes up to the girl who's like a player, who's very confident in himself and and X, Y, and Z, and just goes up to the girl and just starts talking, flirting, and doing whatever, even though the girl might not be interested. That could label him tier 1 because like he'll be persistent. He'll be persistent when the girl is obviously not interested, right?
Yeah.
So that can make him a tier 1. What can make the dude who's staring, not talking, being kind of awkward, from a distance, that could also be a tier 1 in a sense, because it's just like, dude, if if you know you're not gonna do anything, why bother and stare? Like you're making it a lot worse,
right?
By just deep breathing and shit and just staring and fucking.
I hear Brainy from Hey Arnold.
Oh yeah, Brainy. That was probably disgusting on the mic. Whatever. But yeah, so like that can be like, because Brainy from Hey Arnold is labeled as a creep.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly. So it's like it differs. But if you were to put it on the scale from your job,
yeah,
they would label the dude who's like a player, doesn't give a fuck about like what the girl thinks, even if she doesn't want him. They will label that guy tier 1, and they will label probably the dude who's staring from a distance, not wanting to say anything, even though he's clearly interested. They probably label him 2 or 3. So that's why like your label probably makes sense, because you do that.
No, bro. I definitely don't look. I definitely have done this in the past, but like I don't do that. I didn't do that as my job. I was labeled as a tier.
I'm fucking around.
I was labeled as a tier 3 creep, like I said, because I was not as openly outward with it.
It's a joke.
I was like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a joke.
You got me riled up now, bro.
I know. Look how hype you are.
Got me all type.
I think
of
this is the
up.
hype that I've ever seen you on this podcast. I'm looking at like the audio file right now. Like your shit's spiking. I've never seen your shit spike ever.
The blue line goes.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like I'm like, oh shit, dude, he's like yelling.
I was actually having to carry on this topic though. I was actually having this conversation with one of my coworkers at Target the other day. So, kind of somewhat in the same topic. How a girl will label a dude a creep really just depends on how attracted they are to you. Like, for example, you could have 2 different types of dudes. So for example, like it would be like me and you, right? It'll be the same. We both girl. Same girl. So let's say
they can call someone a creep just depending on like their interest in that guy.
Yeah, bro. So it's like
that's true.
We could both go up to her with the same exact delivery, same line, same compliments and all that.
Yeah.
But like if she finds you attractive and she finds me to be unattractive, she will probably tell her friends or think that dude has game, but that dude's a creep. So it's all perspective, really.
It is. That's why, and that's why it dials back to what I was saying. It's a situational thing. It's very situational. That's why you can't just call someone a creep. But it is okay, in my opinion, to say that every dude is a creep. I mean, because like we all have like moments where it's like, damn, like you see her?
I hope that me being this open about the creepiness thing won't affect my status with any girls in the future.
I can't wait to post this.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what if people I'm cool with or people I'm attracted to listen to this? They'll instantly X me off. Or they'll be like, you know what? I appreciate the fact that he's so honest about this.
Situational. There you go.
I'm not a real creep. I'm not a true creep.
I'm gonna be alone anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I like being alone.
Alone's dope. I mean, lockdown's been teaching me a lot about like, oh, this might be forever.
Real talk though, I do feel like everyone does need to learn how to be alone.
Yeah. Especially
if you just got out of a relationship, like that time where you're able to be alone really does a lot for your health, like overall health, mental health, and especially if you start working on things and doing things that, you know, that you've been wanting to do for a while, or you find your hobbies, go back to your hobbies, that really strengthens you up a lot. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes people will break up and be so quick to jump into other relationships, and they never give themselves time to fully heal or, you know, get themselves to where they need to be. But I feel like if you learn how to be alone and you're okay with it and happy with it, then when the time comes for you to jump into your next relationship, it'll be better. You'll be better prepared mentally on how to handle things.
100%.
So, yeah. So I don't mind being alone. But if any of y'all out there trying to, you know what I'm saying? You know, get a little not mean up in there. I'm
gonna keep going. Please keep going. Please.
This is gonna be edited out, right?
No.
We're editing this out,
Are you
right?
fucking kidding me? I'm not editing
Bro,
this
shit.
shit.
Whole podcast is getting edited, right?
No. I might add some shit in there. I might add some horns. Creep, tier 3 creep. I'm gonna add extra audio in this bitch.
Yo, if this pod ever blows up, we're hiring a hype man just to
it's gonna be me.
Pull out ad-libs.
Fuck that. It's gonna be me.
Creep factor. Creeper.
Yeah, dude. So I guess
Creepington.
the whole being alone thing is kind of weird, but I could definitely say, I mean, I guess this is like a good segue to get into like, how, being like when you're out and about by yourself, like it could always turn wrong. Like I feel like
You talking about like nightlife?
yeah. So like I feel like whenever you go out like with your lady or whoever it may be, it's a little bit more secure. You're gonna understand how to control yourself.
Yeah.
When you're by yourself, you're like, I got this shit. No, and I feel like this might be a reoccurring bit throughout different podcasts. Not every single week, not every single episode.
Just whenever the
whenever
right.
whenever it makes sense. So I mean, I feel like I have a handful, a lot. I'll go with a lot. Like they'll hit me randomly, like when people remind me about it, because like usually I'll forget about it.
Right.
I'll try to forget about it, but going out by yourself, it's hard. So
hold on, just to clear it up.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like going out and then meeting up with people, or are you talking about just spending the whole night by yourself, like going out
by yourself and meeting up with people?
But sorry, so you're not talking about like you're going to wherever solo and spending the whole night solo.
No, it's.
That's not that.
I'm saying solo in the sense of like you're not going out with like your significant other.
But you're talking about just like, all right, I got you.
So, I have plenty of those nights where I just didn't take care of myself. And the first one that always comes to mind, and I've told this to my friends multiple times because this is like the scariest one.
Yeah.
Might as well start off with a bang. I think I've told you this one too.
Yeah,
but anyway,
sure. I know where this is going.
I wonder if you do. As I start telling it, I wonder if you do know where I'm going. Anyway, it's from going on 3 years ago when I was in Haddonfield.
I definitely know where this is going.
The cops?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so he does know the story. The story ends with me being brought home by the police. And I thought it was a dream. I thought the whole thing was a dream. I go out. At the time, I'm smoking heavy. So I'm smoking heavy.
We could leave it at that.
Yeah. Smoking a lot. I go out with some friends and I meet up with them in Philly, and I'm already just turned from smoking. And like
this is before
what?
any adult beverages entered your system.
Yeah. Just smoked out. And I meet up with my friends in Philly. They're already drinking. I meet like 10 new people. Yeah, like 10 new people. There's a bunch of people I didn't know that night. I meet them. They're all cool. They're all friendly. Very open. But I started drinking. And then I knew at the start of the night after I was already smoking, I was just like, damn, like, let me take it slow. Because, like, I know I'm already just bombed right now.
Yeah.
So we're drinking. I'm meeting these people. They're all cool. We're having conversations. Some people are dropping like flies. Like, some girl has to go home because she fucking projectile vomits on the bathroom door.
Wait, do you remember where you were at?
Independence Beer Garden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, we had, like, the
summertime? Summertime, right?
Yes, sir. No time better. So, she gets taken home. And then I'm pretty much left with, like, people who I just met. And then they're like, yeah, let's go to this other place. We go to this other place. At this time, I knew, like, this one of the girls who I did meet, I knew that there was, like, an attraction there. And I was just like, nah, I'm okay. Like, I was just very to myself.
Yeah.
She was interesting. This girl was very interesting. Anyway, we go to this other place. We start drinking more. And we start doing, what is it? It's either Irish car bombs or Jägermeister shots or something, some shit like that. I don't know what these white people drink.
Yo, I had no idea what an Irish car bomb was until someone told me a few months ago.
No, I don't know.
And shout out to my friend Tina. She loves Jaeger Jägermeister.
Was it a white person who told you what the Irish car bomb was?
Indeed, it was.
Okay, so we start having shots. I'll just leave it at that. We start having shots of something. I have a couple of those. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to chill on a 40. Yes, this place sold 40 ounces of Budweiser.
Wait, so was this Drinkers?
No. It was, I can't remember. I think
that's the only place I knew that sold 40s.
No, there's other places, dude. Trust me.
Oh, wow.
I was like, all right, I'm going to chill on this 40 for the rest of the night because I knew that, like, I feel like I was over the limit.
Yeah.
I have that. And then my mind just goes blank. And this is where how the rest of the rest of the story gets filled in from spurts of consciousness coming back and other people telling me what happened. So I black out. I wake up in the bathroom of the place that I thought I was in, but I don't even know if I was in that place anymore. The bouncer is like checking the stalls. I'm in the stall, not like over the toilet. I'm just sitting on the toilet with my pants on, like my pants on, everything, but I'm just sitting there, like just slumped. And he picks me up. He's like, bro, where are your friends? I'm like everything that I said to people who I encountered along the way of getting back home, I don't remember. So I mumbled something to him, and he carried me out of the place. I remember giving him my phone because he was like, dude, let me call you a Lyft to get you home. And I'm like, and
just making sound effects.
Yeah, and he calls a Lyft. Luckily, I had like my address at the time already locked in. So I remember the Lyft coming. He helps me into the Lyft. That's it. I black out again. I don't remember the Lyft ride. I remember the Lyft telling me to like get out. Like not mean or anything. But he's like, oh, okay, we're here. And I got out, pretty much fell out. And then he was like, fuck this, dude. It's not my problem. I sit on this ledge that's in my like development community or wherever I was in Haddonfield. And I was slumped. So, and there's another tidbit I'm going to say how I knew I was slumped. Excuse me. I was sitting there for I don't know how long. And then the police picked me up. And the reason why I know that the police picked me up is because after all of this happened, I had a 20-minute video recording on my phone.
You recorded that?
For some reason, I had the video recorder on. I don't know what I was doing.
You sure the cop didn't open it up?
No, because the first 10 minutes of the video, it's my phone staring at the ground. And I knew that it was in front of my development is because I know the sidewalk is very unique in front of that development. So it's just staring at the ground and you hear me breathing. So I'm like, okay, I'm alive. It's just staring with the flashlight on and it's just recording. That's it for 10 minutes. I watched the video recently and it made me want to like punch myself in the face because of how disgusting I felt, like you know how dumb that was. So anyway, I find this out because of the recording. The recording shows me recording the ground for like 10, 15 minutes. And then you hear two people come up to me. And those are police officers. And they were saying to me, hey, we got to, hey, buddy, are you okay? Like, because they thought I was dead. Because someone called the cops, thought that I was dead. Like, they were saying that, like, yeah, we got a call saying someone's just hanging over, you know, sitting on the ledge, not moving. And, you know, we rushed over here. And in the video, I shit you not, I'm never going to play this to anybody. Never. Because it's something that I'm going to keep, but it's so embarrassing, I'll never share with anyone else.
Right.
The words coming out of my mouth sounded like a toddler learning his first words. Nothing came out coherently. It was like I was saying YouTube. What the fuck was I saying YouTube for? I said that.
Wait, YouTube?
I just said YouTube. I was just YouTube and bro, like I felt anyway. To continue, they're talking to me. They're like, "Hey, like, where do you live?" And I'm like, and they looked at my ID. My ID still has my parents' address. So they're like, "What are you doing out here?" And I'm like, "No, I live here." And they're like, "Oh, you live in, you know." The apartment complex was in Haddonfield, and I managed to tell them where I live. I don't know how, but so this is where my consciousness comes back. I remember them picking me up and putting me in the back of the police cruiser. and, and then they were like, where do you live? And I'm like, I don't know how I'm doing this, but I'm pointing to where I'm like, there. And they park in front of like the entrance. They pick me up out of the back of the cruiser because I couldn't walk. They walk me to the front of my door. I give the cops my keys. I give them my keys. And they open the entrance to the building, and then you open up my actual apartment, and two police officers fucking walk me into my apartment, lay me down on my couch, and I'll never forget. They were like, "Yeah, man, just fucking sleep this off. Just take this water when you can. You're gonna be all right." And I was like, yeah. And bro, I woke up the next morning, like remembering like those little spurts of like me coming back into it. I was like, there's no way that happened.
You just felt shame.
So the reason why I realized how it was real, that cop left a bottle of water on my coffee table, and I'm like, dude, that's not my water. I was like, at the time I didn't even buy water bottles anymore. And I was like, yo, that shit fucking happened. And I remember not even telling my mom till like 2 years later because I knew that she'd have a fucking fit. Like, what the fuck did you, like, why would you do that? Bro, that and another time that I'll probably get into in another episode are probably like the two worst times that like I drank and got to a point where like I was incoherent, babbling, just being just outright out of my mind. And I was like, I can never do that ever again. And I mean, it's been 3 years since I've ever gotten like blacked out.
This moments like those are like reminders. As embarrassing as they are, though, like you learn from them. It's just like you don't ever want to be in.
That's why it's
those
still on my phone
again.
That video is still on my phone. No, it's not on my phone. I downloaded it to my laptop.
So that had to be trippy, like when you watched that video back.
So the crazy thing is, I recently watched it maybe like this past fall, maybe like November, December.
Yeah.
And I never watched the full thing for 3 years. I never watched it. I just watched like me recording the ground and hear myself breathe, and that was enough for me to not watch it all. But how I know that two cops were talking to me, I listened to the end of it, and it's like a 3-minute conversation that I'm having. Well, not having, because I wasn't speaking correctly. That I was having with the cops, and it just gave me such like a sick feeling in my stomach listening back to it, because I'm like, bro, you can never do that ever again. Because how lucky I realize that I am, dude. Someone could have just abducted me from the bar. The Lyft driver could have driven me wherever he fucking wanted to, but I got super duper lucky. Shout out the Haddonfield police, of them coming up to me, understanding that it's just a dumb fucking drunk idiot sitting outside of his apartment complex, and willing to take him back to his place and not charge him with anything. Because I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the luckiest break.
I definitely could have got charged with like, I think
disorderly conduct.
Is public intoxication in Jersey? I don't know.
I think so.
I'm not sure. The fact that I was so helpless, maybe that's why they didn't do it. But like, shout out to those two officers who my mom now calls them guardian angels, which they have every right to be called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to them for walking me into my apartment and laying me down like a baby, because I was definitely talking like one. But yeah, that's definitely
it's a crazy story, bro.
That's a wild start to the series that I hope to have of the Why Did I Do That nights.
That's about to get its own theme music, like dun 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 dun.
I'm not gonna go off of any theme music you come off of, because
I'm about to put the Shaq and the Fool theme music on there.
Yeah, and then we get copyrighted.
What if I do it myself? Doo-doo-doo.
Are you gonna produce it yourself?
I'm gonna just add like an extra dupe on there. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Shaq and the Fool. Acting the Fool.
I don't like it already.
I'm gonna come up with something better.
But yeah, dude, that's definitely the most recent that just sticks with me forever, where I know not to get to that point. And Getting to that point is not even enticing because like
It's not, because you don't remember anything.
it's not even that because when I think back on it, a little bit of me feels like I took someone's drug to drink. I don't know if I ever told you this.
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like one of those like.
You talking about like after you had already blacked out that you?
Well, no, years
else?
later. Yeah, like, cause so like after the next week people were telling me, yeah, you were taking other people's like shots and stuff like that because they didn't want them. The group we were with, it wasn't random people. Excuse me. They were like, yeah, you were like taking people's shots and shit. I was like, that makes sense. But like, I've taken people's shots before and just gotten like drunk, like really fucked up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll black out. But when I tell you the language that I was speaking to these police officers, it sounded like I was drugged. Like it was like I couldn't conceptualize what I wanted to say. It was but I managed to get out YouTube. It just shows you how obsessed I am with YouTube. But yeah, I feel like possibly, I don't know, I could have taken someone's drink who was that drink was spiked. I don't know, because I never felt like that in my entire life. Like all of the other times I've blacked out, I just black out and then wake up.
Yeah.
And just don't remember anything. Like the fact that I was like coming in and out of like consciousness and like trying to formulate words to different people, it sounded really, really horrible. And yeah, I'll keep that video forever. If I ever have kids, I'm gonna be like, hey, this is what could happen to you if you drink too much. And then you're like, what are you saying? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But damn it, take this as a lesson.
Honestly, bro, like that was a great story. And
sounds sarcastic.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Like even though I've heard it before, I was definitely into that story right there. Great learning experience.
Scary fucking story, bro. Especially when my mom finally heard it. She just, what is this? No, I'm sorry. I just got distracted by a message. Yeah. That's the start of the why did I do that?
You know what we're gonna do?
What?
You know how like that girl always starts out the Maybach music girl is like Maybach music.
Well, why did I do that?
We're gonna get someone to record just the why did I do that, and just play it.
Or I'll just drop the Urkel. Did I do that?
If we do that, whoever Urkel, don't sue us. Jaleel White, don't sue us.
I'll do it. I can sound just like him.
Did I do that?
Actually, that's better. Yeah, because you do have the cartoon voice.
Hey, man. You know, I always did want to be a voiceover actor.
Yeah, that's dope. That's actually really fun.
I always thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I could probably make a living off of this.
You probably could. Yeah, you
Maybe I should start auditioning.
I don't know. You can definitely be a character.
It'll be the dude that does that dance from Charlie Brown.
Just fucking stop it, you creep. Anyway, so we're gonna...
Hold on. What are we at right now? What's our time?
108, dude. Over an hour.
Before we end this,
yeah.
Just to try and be consistent.
With what?
Last episode we ended it off with our vibe of the week.
That's what I was gonna do.
Oh,
I love how you're trying to like.
Just trying to make sure, bro.
Why are you trying to run this shit, dude? I know what I'm doing.
Trying to make sure you're on point, bro.
Are you kidding me? I got the notes right here.
All right, DJ Envy.
DJ Envy.
I'm the Charlemagne of.
Ew, don't call me DJ Envy. I don't like him at all.
I'm the Charlemagne of the group, bro. We need a third.
That's the furthest of any type of accuracy of your personality.
Bro, let's not pretend like Charlemagne isn't the highlight of the Breakfast Club.
No, yeah, he's the highlight.
Yeah, I'm the highlight.
He's also problematic. On purpose.
Hey man, shout out to Charlemagne the
God,
bro.
He's awesome, but like there's no one like him or can be like him.
I'm the Stephen A of this podcast, bro.
You're not problematic. Let's keep that clear. Stephen A is problematic.
As this show goes
Smoking weed.
Stay off the weed.
No, it's a lot longer. The weed.
Over the duration of this show, I'm about to slowly develop into a problematic character.
I hope. No, you're not. You're not.
I'm gonna start yelling everything. I'm about to start being angry.
Yeah, but too bad. Your fucking voice won't capture that.
I'm gonna start taking steroids.
You're gonna take testosterone?
Yo, I was about to say,
He's gonna take
I was about to say
testosterone.
that for a
Let's
second.
leave that here. He's gonna
about to
take
say that for a
testosterone.
second.
Anyway,
Nah, we're just joking around.
vibe of the week.
Vibe of the Vibes.
So, vibe of the week. It's gonna go to an artist. So, like I stated before, it could be a song, it could be an album. I should also state it could just be an artist and their catalog. For me this week, fucking Mark Anthony, bro.
Yo, that came out completely out
Boricua
of
power,
left field.
bro.
Mark
PR
Anthony.
power. So I've just been listening to
My mom will like that pick.
I've just been listening to the catalog of Mark Anthony for the past couple of days, and it's just because like I just forgot, like, you know, I'm like, damn, dude, I used to be so into him, and I know my dad's a huge fan of Mark Anthony. He used to always like play his music, but yeah, vibe of the week for me, Mark Anthony. I've been in a very PR pride vibe this whole week, just playing it in the background as I work through bullshit and work out and whatever, but it's just playing in the background. I wish I could play it on here, but I'm not trying to get sued though.
Can we really get sued for playing music or whatever?
Well, you won't get sued. It was just like, I feel like
They'll just mute us, won't they?
If how any type of podcast like sites work, they'll just like take it down or whatever. So I don't want to risk that. So,
yeah.
I mean, I would love to just play random people's music. Don't get me wrong. We're
Isn't
all
there
about
like
music.
Isn't there like a limit to how long?
And that's what I was under the impression that there's like, oh, you play like 10 seconds. But I feel like they pick up like whatever, like because there are bots. There are bots that like just pick up sound.
Like
sounds,
yeah.
That just pick up sound waves.
No, I have seen that on YouTube though.
Yeah.
Like they'll just know when a certain song is playing. They'll
know
the
a tune. They'll pick it up and then copyright. So,
is there a particular Mark Anthony song that the novice fan should check out?
I believe it's called Vivir la Vida.
Vivin la Vida?
No. Vivir. The fuck, man. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Vivir la Vida?
Yes.
So this is so. Have you been diving into his English joints or his Spanish joints?
Spanish, dude.
So you're going all the way authentic with it.
Fuck. Even though I may not fully speak or understand Spanish, it's all about the Spanish vibes.
When I came in today, you were playing some Spanish music.
Yeah,
that
I was
really hidden.
Playing, they're called Spanish Harlem Orchestra, and they are fucking dope. If you just want to get into like a nice feeling, just a nice mood, you just play that music and it just lifts you.
For my vibe of the week, you went super left field with that one. This one might be a little bit more predictable from my end.
Because you soft?
I'm going Bobby Brown.
Because you soft.
Bobby Brown's Don't Be Cruel album. As I've stated several times on this podcast, I've been watching and listening to all the versus battles. Recently, Teddy Riley and Babyface went at it, dropping hella classics. Of course, Teddy Riley dropping all the New Jack Swing gems. But both of them heavily involved in Bobby Brown's career, especially Babyface. I was surprised that
man.
I saw the movie. I knew he did a couple of joints with him. I didn't know he produced as much as the album as he did. But I was listening down on the way here. Bobby Brown's Don't Be Cruel album, an R&B masterpiece. Half of it all hit singles, the other half good dope album cuts. Definitely check it out. That's my my vibe of the week.
Your jam of the week?
No, vibe of the week.
Get us copyrighted.
Vibe of the week.
The MTV Jams life.
Bobby Brown, don't be cruel, 'cause I would never be
No.
I know.
No.
So.
And by the way, it's called Vivir mi vida, not la vida. Vivir mi vida.
Don't get that confused with Ricky Martin.
That's living la vida, loca. Like,
bro, people might get confused. Not me, of course. I'm saying others.
It sounded like you did.
No, not me. Not me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm cultured, bro.
Cultured, bro.
All
right.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna end it there.
Yeah, man. Let's wrap it up here. Didn't get to all of the. You know what I mean? We could definitely save what I had written down for the next one.
Bro, these conversations that we'll be flowing into sometimes are even better than the
funny.
planned topics.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Yo, that's getting edited. That's getting edited.
Oh my god, I just accidentally hit the play button. No, I'm gonna leave it in. I don't care.
Yeah, I think that we'll be safe.
Whoops.
I think we'll be safe.
Holy, I was just talking all that shit. Oh, man, I can't play not even a second. That was like 3. Whoops. Well, anyway, yeah, that's a perfect spot to end it off.
If we don't make it to episode 6, we got kicked off
If we
because of
don't
that
make
3-second sample.
Nah, we good. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. So, it's been fun for episode 5. Ah, man.
A lot of vibes passed.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So until next time.
Until next time, it's your boy J-Rod.
It's your boy Sunny Sky. And we out. Deuces.
Peace.